Sure.
This was my first class of the day, my first class of the quarter, so it'll be the first class that I get to finish, and I'm so glad that it's over. It was definitely interesting most of the time. I don't like to get up in front of people and talk, though. It did keep my interest, I think maybe because we always got to get involved, always got to talk to everybody else. I just don't like to stand up here and do it. The three things that I'm going to talk to you about are my periodic thoughts, my reaction to the video, and what I learned this quarter. My first thought was I'm ready, and that was on the first day that we had to give a periodic thought, and it was my first class starting school. So I hadn't been to school for a couple of years, first time I went to college, I dropped out, and so I was ready. I was actually ready to do it. I wanted to do it. It was what was important to me. My second one was this week is going to be crazy but wonderful. The third one, I'm kind of nervous about speech too, and I feel woozy. That was right after my surgery. I was still on pain meds, so I was still kind of drugged. And then the fourth one was I'm glad that I'm off my pain meds. I feel more alive, and I'm ready to finish speech too. The next one was I was torn between if I wanted to do Halloween treats and their history. This was for the demonstration. If I wanted to talk about smoothies that I make, or if I wanted to do the cheese dip in the family time. The next one, speech 3, is interesting. I have no idea how to make a speech about it, but I have wonderful support, so I know I will figure it out. I do have good information. I have all of my readings, all of my speeches, and a really good interview. I'm excited. The next one was I hope today goes smooth. Next was interviews make me nervous. I have to interview in front of the class. Yay. Number 9, speech 5, how am I going to last 5 to 7 minutes? And that was the one I actually ended up going over. Number 10, man oh man, I hope our paired speech goes better than we planned. And then number 11, I added an extra one in there, portfolio time, I survived, yes. My video reaction. First thing I said was, wow. That was the first thought that I had, and then right after that, my two major thoughts were, I sound ridiculous, and I'm huge. So to fix the first issue, all I needed to do was practice and get over my fear of speaking. Thought that was pretty simple. It's not, hasn't changed. Again, still don't like to be up here, still nervous every single time. So I accepted it and moved on, and I just tried to make it work for me. The second one was my weight. I can do something about that. Maybe it's not exactly what you were looking for as far as our reactions to the videos, but that's what I saw. That's what I noticed. I don't like how I let myself go. I don't like how I let myself just put on all this weight and really not care. And how did I do this to myself? It made me disgusted with myself. So with that, I do want to thank you for making us watch all these videos because, I mean, it turned into a positive thing. So I am now in the gym. I talked to Nathan a little bit about how to do certain things. I guess I could have talked to Vince too, I just haven't. But so far it's worked for me. Over the quarter, I've started eating a whole lot better. I've lost a good 12 pounds. I can't see it, but the scale says 12 pounds. Made a new friend. His name is 24 Hour Fitness. He's wonderful. We meet up every morning, early morning, in exceptions to Mondays and Wednesdays, and I usually go after class. And it's a wonderful relationship, and I think it's going to last for a long time. The videos, they did give me a new perspective on getting healthy. It is a constant reminder of what I don't want to be anymore. And also, with every disease that you can think of that's related to obesity, it's staring at me like from around the corner. I don't know how much you guys know about my mom. I don't remember if I really talked about it. She's not that big. She's an inch shorter than me. She's at 170 pounds, but she has every single thing that you have that's related to obesity. So I don't know where it comes from. I don't know how she got that sick or how she got everything, but I don't want it to happen to me. I'm young. Right now I'm very healthy. I'm just overweight, so I just don't want to go there. So again, I'm grateful for the videos as much as I hated watching them. They were worth it for me. And third, I'm going to talk about what I've learned. This quarter was a lot about growth for me. I learned more about myself than I ever expected. I learned that I can juggle my family, school, and just myself. I never took time out for myself. I always did for my family, and that was it. Like, I totally forgot about myself, just didn't care to a point. I accomplished taking 5 college courses at my first time back into school, which I feel is a really good accomplishment for me. I have repaired a lot of burned bridges with my extended family. I only cared about my immediate family, so I let every other relationship slip, in exception to my dad and my sister. There were only 4 people that supported me and my drive to come back to school. That was my father, my better half, and my sister. Everyone else told me that I couldn't do it, that I wouldn't be able to do it financially, that I wouldn't be able to go to school and work, that I wouldn't be able to be a mom, or as good of a mom as I am, or, you know, what am I going to do with the kids? How is everything going to work? It was just, everything was negative. So coming back to school was almost like a really negative thing for me, but it was important to me, and it was important to the couple of people that I actually cared about. Oh, if it wasn't negative feedback about me going to school, then it was negativity due to my choice of degree because of my past with the gangs and then me going to school for gang prevention. A lot of my family feel as if it's going to be dangerous for me, or it's going to be dangerous for my kids for me to get into that field. But they're just thinking one-sided of it. They haven't done the research that I've researched as far as what the job entails and what you have to do, and they think that, oh, if I'm going to be around all these people again, it's just going to suck me back into that lifestyle. And that's not the case. I'm very strong-minded, I'm very strong-willed, and that's another thing that I learned about myself, that if I really put my mind to it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to succeed, and I'm going to be just fine. I learned that I can't let people dictate what I want. Only I know what I want. Nobody else can tell me that. Only I can be the judge of myself. Either you love me enough to support me in something that I can do and be positive about it, or you can just get out of my life and leave me alone about it, because I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. I learned that I'm not alone. I do have a man that loves me and my children as his own, and I need to let my wall down a little bit. Because of my relationship with my children's father, I just built a huge wall, and I try to take on the world by myself. I don't like to lean on anybody. I don't like to have anybody do anything for me, and he's really the one that pushed me to go to school a little bit more. So I was just afraid to have to count on somebody else, because there's nothing keeping him there except for myself and the kids. But it helped me to learn to stay, or to do what I want, and that I can trust other people. And even though I learned a lot about math, English, public speaking, case management, and multicultural theories, the most important thing that I learned was that I am me, I love me, and I'm happy. So now that I'm giving my last speech for this class, I can honestly say that it's over. I've shared my thoughts throughout the quarter, how I felt about the recordings, and what I have learned this quarter. Good luck to you all next quarter and in your lives, and to all of you newbies coming in, have fun and maybe a wild ride.